Hi guys, it's Jimmy from Crafts Names and Things. So today I have a quick tutorial to show you, one that you've probably seen before, but I just wanted to share it with you. I got a jelly plate. I saved up and I finally got enough money to buy one. So I need stencils and I don't have a lot of stencils. I haven't been able to get a lot. So I decided, well, I'm just going to make my own. I have some, that I've made and you've seen those in other videos, but I wanted to definitely make some more. Hot glue is the best way to do it. And I got the video too, printmaking by oh my goodness, why can I not remember her name? Printmaking by, I want to say her name is Teresa, but I don't know her last name. It starts with a B. Oh my gosh, she's like so famous and she makes the coolest stuff. So please forgive me. But in her book for printmaking, and I'll put the link below. Hopefully I can think of it maybe before we end this video, but anyway, sorry. So in her book, she makes hot glue gun stencils. So I wanted to give those a shot, and I know it's all over YouTube, but I just wanted to show you, and then I'm going to use these on my jelly plate. So I just made a whole bunch of different ones. And the cool thing is that I found this really big glue gun at the ARC. It was like $2. They had it in a package and it works really well, which I was surprised at. And then I just have my cheapy glue gun that I got at Walmart for like $3. So those are the two that I'm using. I also don't have a silicone baking mat. I am not a good baker. Now I can cook, but baking is a whole different thing. It turns out just horribly because I don't like to measure things or cut things or do anything, that's really technical, so that it presents a problem when you're trying to bake. But so what I just use is just regular parchment paper, and it worked out fine. They peel right off. So I just have here just a bunch of different ones that I made, just in all different sizes with both glue guns. Just that's supposed to be a leaf, which doesn't look very good, and then a heart. And I kind of just love these because they're not supposed to be perfect, and my mixed media art is just kind of, usually it's a hot mess. Like, I love just kind of creating, so I don't like things to be perfect. That's just how I create, but so this is perfect for me. I kind of prefer using homemade things rather than, stuff that you can buy at the store or things like that. So I don't mind these, but there we go. So there's that one. And then this is just kind of my hot mess one. But I think it looked so pretty on a page if you spray it with inks or something and stamp it. And then this is just all just squares, because I love squares. I love drawing them and stuff. And then I made an arrow, which is really cute, and hearts and just all sorts of stuff. This is supposed to be stem with leaves. Leaves are not my strong suit. Neither are flowers. Like, I'm so terrible at both of those. But I did circles. I attempted to do a star that didn't turn out well, but I'm just showing you this just because it doesn't have to be perfect, and you should just totally have fun with it. And I did start out, I kind of had this idea, since the parchment paper is kind of translucent, that I could like draw my own guide. So I did that and it worked out well, but after a while I just kind of went for it, and it's great. So let me show you how to do this. I'm talking up a storm. You're just going to take your parchment paper, and I'll just show you a few. Maybe I'll show you like another arrow one. I'll attempt to do a leaf, and you can laugh at me and my bad skills. And then we'll have some fun with these. But I just love it. Okay, so this paper always wants to roll around, so I'm just going to kind of do it like that, and it'll be fine once we get the hot glue gun on. So let's draw another arrow. So just a few tricks that I've learned is you want to actually let the glue gun warm up, and you want to let it touch the actual surface of the paper, because you have more control. Like, there was some where I was kind of like up in the air, or I wasn't really touching and I couldn't get the detail that I wanted. So just kind of keep that in mind. And what else can I tell you? And your glue gun will cool down, so just give it a second and then like heat it back up again. Yeah, or let it heat up by itself again. So just be patient and it'll be fine. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to do, I'm trying to think, what do I want to do first? Maybe I'll make some swirlies. I love swirlies, as you guys know. So you're just going to take it on the surface, And you want your lines to be fairly thick. And see how that's steaming? I just added a new glue gun there. And if it stops working, like this one does not want to cooperate with me right now, then what you can do is you can just set it aside. Darn. Well, somehow this glue stick I think is bigger than the, oh no, wrong way. Okay, so we can just take it. You're going to kind of touch the surface. And it's okay if it's not perfect, at least for me. Like, I'm not chasing perfection here. Okay, and I just want to make a swirly. And you can use these as both stamps and stencils, which makes them awesome. So I am so going to use these on my jelly plate. And then just scraps that I have. Like, I use a lot of scraps, so that's kind of my thing. Okay, and then let's make another one, because I love swirlies. And of course, your hand's going to hurt, so prepare yourself for that. But it's just so much fun to make these. And if you wanted to, you could make them connect, so you'd have a couple swirlies together, which would be kind of cool, actually. And then let's see, what else can I draw? I did not think about this before I started. I had so much fun before making all of them. And I made a tree too, which is pretty cool, like the fruit crafter. I thought that was pretty awesome. And then let's make an arrow. So all I did for the arrow is I just make a rectangular shape, just like that. And I want this one open, but you could absolutely do it closed. But just imagine all the things that you can draw. You can even make words, like we'll do create. And these are so fun, and they're original. They're yours. You're not going to see them on anyone else's journal page. And it's just a fun way to create. Okay, and then of course it needs to be connected, so I'm going to go right here and I'm just going to make a little dot of glue, just like that. And as you can see, it's a little wompy, but that's okay. This is another good exercise of, letting go and just creating something that you want to create. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfectly matched. Okay, and at this point I'm almost done, so I'm going to grab another glue stick and just stick it in there, just so I can keep going. Okay, and then I had another idea too of something that I wanted to do. You could also make borders too, so let me show you how to do that. So what we'll do, and I might need to, yeah, and don't be afraid to like switch your paper around. That's what I'm going to do here. Okay. And just kind of get something to hold it down a little bit. Okay, so if you're going to do a boulder, what I did is I just make a line, a not straight line. And I think that's why I love mixed media art so much, because it's not about perfection. You can kind of do your own thing. So, or at least that's my view of it. I don't know, maybe other people are like, you must do this technique this way, but I don't think that's what it's about. I think you can probably do scrapbooking and that kind of thing, or card making like that, and that's fine. I like to do those too. But mixed media just kind of gives you the freedom to express yourself, and I love that. So you're going to take this, and I'm just going to make some triangles, or something that maybe resembles a triangle. And it does, and your hands will definitely hurt. This is like kind of brutal on your hands. And I think part of it is because you kind of get the bug and you're like, oh my gosh, I can create this and I can create that. It gets so exciting. So I am so excited for that jelly plate. Like, I was so happy that I could get one, because I've been wanting one for a while. So that's awesome. And I thought about making one, but I said, you know what, I think I'll just go buy one. And I might try making one later. But our refrigerator is always packed, so I thought, well, I can't store it in the refrigerator, so that kind of discouraged me from doing it. Okay, so there's a boulder that you can use in your journal page. Okay, and what else can we do? Let's maybe do, I already have a lot of circles. Maybe let's do a leaf so that you can laugh at my drawing skills with the glue gun. Okay, let's see. So let me try to get the shape of a leaf here. Alright. Leaves and flowers I cannot draw, like, even in real life. I cannot draw to save my life. I've always wanted to learn. I had all these drawing books. And it's so cute because I have a big sister from the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, and she's so sweet. She would buy them for me. Like, she'd buy me drawing books all the time. Like, every time we went out, I'd be like, oh, I want to try to draw this. And, you know, we would go out and go to a store, and they'd have a drawing books on how to draw horses. And it's like, if you can't even draw, you know, a leaf, then I don't know how in the world I thought that I'd be able to draw a horse. But it was funny. She's very supportive. And she never told me, like, Shimmy, like, I think you need to give up wanting to be, you know, wanting to draw. But that's what kind of person she is. She is the nicest person that I have ever met. So supportive and kind. You never hear her say anything negative about another person. That's what kind of person she is. And I'm lucky, you know, that God gave me such a beautiful woman, you know, as an example. Definitely. So, and God bless all the big sisters out there that give their lives to their little sisters. That's such a wonderful program. So we're going to make some borders here. I just thought about her because I've been trying to draw for years. It just never works. So yeah, but I am doing a book, and I might show you actually, but I have to find it. So, and it's not closed. So I'll have to show you next time. But there's a book that I'm doing of faces because I'm going to try to draw faces. Those are okay because they're mixed media faces. Now, I probably couldn't draw a portrait to save my life, but they're fun, and I've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed practicing shapes and all that kind of stuff. So that hasn't been too bad. Okay, and then I made another folder. Okay, and I'm running out of room here. Let's see. I just have this little bottom part right here. So I think I'm going to write create. Okay, because you can write words too. So we can just do, because I always want that word. So maybe if I can, and if you wanted to, you could even connect them together. I know that she does in her book. She shows you how to connect them. But it's a great book. Like, there's so many great ideas on how to use doilies for printmaking. And she really doesn't use a jelly plate, at least in that book. Like, she used a lot of, like, just stuff that you would really find around your house. Like, plexiglass, kind of is a jelly plate. Doilies. Dimensional paint. She does wood burning. It's really a cool book. I recommend that you get it. And then I just got the Doodles Unleashed too. And I want to get the Collage Unleashed. But that one is not like on Kindle, so it's not cheap. So I have to save up for that one. Create. See here? So let's make an E. And I think I'm going to need another glue stick. And this E is looking a little winky, but that's okay. That will make it even more fun. But she just has some really cool ideas. But there's a wealth of information. You don't even have to, like, really buy mixed media books. I mean, they're wonderful, but people are just so generous, and they share so much information with you. And YouTube is just fabulous for for techniques. It's amazing how much you can learn from each other. So we'll take that and we'll do that. But this is totally addictive. Now I have all these ideas. Oh yeah, I can totally do that and that. Create. Okay, and let's just make an E and we should be good to go. Hopefully I spelled that right. Not a good speller either, but we shall see here. All right. Okay, create. All right. So I'm going to make another arrow right here, but I'm just going to show you just a really simple one. So we'll take this, and I haven't even touched the small glue gun yet, but it's the exact same technique. So you'll just kind of take your glue, oops, okay. Actually, I might have to get another piece of paper. I think I'm trying to force things a little too much here. Okay. That. And just reuse the parchment. I mean, I've reused this one like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, you can totally reuse it. So let's make an arrow. And you can make hearts, you can make butterflies. I made butterflies too. I haven't taken them out the mat yet, but I'm super excited about those. Those will be cool. Okay, so let's make another arrow. So we'll just do that. And just take the tip there. All right, and I'll just kind of straighten out that line a little bit. And I'm just going to make like little dashes there. And you know what other one I don't have that I like working with is diamonds. So I'm going to kind of make kind of a larger size diamond design. Now I'm just making single things right now, but I want to show you how to make like a cluster of things. But I think I'm going to use the smaller gun so that you can see it with both. Okay, let's kind of put that between. Gosh, I need a hot glue gun holder or something. It's craziness. Okay, so I'll take my small glue gun, and I will need another stick pretty soon here, and I'm just going to draw a diamond shape. Hopefully you can see that. I hope I'm in frame here. And then I want them connected, so I'm going to go right here, go up and down. Okay, and that one wasn't quite that thick enough. You do want them thick, like you don't want thin lines because then they'll crack. So keep that in mind also. But I'll have to share with you some more things from her book. I mean, it's amazing. I recommend that you get it. You get the book. But I will share a few things. There's a few things that I want to show you. And like she uses dimensional paint. It's just amazing. And I love her ladies, like how they look with the one eye. That is so pretty. And she just uses lots of colors and just her own doodles, you know, and they're not perfect. Like her flowers are kind of off center and a little wacky, but that's what I love. I just think it's so beautiful. And her things and all of her pictures and her creations have such layers. Like there's layers of stuff. I mean, you could just sit there and look at it forever and you wouldn't, you know, capture every beautiful thing that she creates in there. And I love that. So I'm filming this on a Friday. I'm going to upload it today too. So I hope everyone has a good weekend. And see, that's a little wonky. That last one's a little strange looking, but that'll be okay. But I'm not worried about it because I don't need to be. I'm just creating. And that'll probably be my favorite little triangle. And you could definitely get like a really fancy detailed gun and really get lots of wonderful lines, but I don't have that, so I'm just using what I have here. Okay, so that's enough of that. Okay, so that's the way that looks. Okay, so you could make clusters of different shapes, like you could do triangles, you could do squares, you could do circles, kind of whatever you want. So now let's create something. Okay, so I'm actually going to use this piece of paper. We can just kind of recycle it. I'm going to turn it on the back so that you're not distracted by my horrible drawings. But I do want to show you. Okay, so there's this little square one. I'm just using my homemade glimmer mixes here. Just take it. Okay, just like that. And I lift it up and see what a wonderful impression they make. I mean, it's fabulous. It's like, wow. Okay, and I'll kind of put that up there, dip it down. I'd like to save as much as I can. Stuff. Let's try this one. We'll put this one here, the like blob, which is so simple to make. Okay, and you'll just take it. And this time I'm going to use purple, hopefully if I can get some purple out. And these are my handmade spray inks. But I really like the way they are. Okay, there we go. And you can lift and see, creates. It's sleeked a little bit, but that's because I wasn't pressing down, but I just love the way that that looks. Okay, and let's do one more of those. Let's do it, maybe, actually let's do, and I kind of have some file folders that I cut up, so I'm just putting the color down on those so you know, so that it doesn't get wasted. Let's do some stamping. So I have this little, what's supposed to be a flower, little looking thing. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my sponges here. And when I'm stamping with acrylic paint, I usually use either a foam brush, or I do use like a makeup pad too. Can't decide which color, but I'm trying to like preserve my colors so that I can use them on my plate. Okay, right, and then I just take them and I just kind of dab it out, just so that the color is kind of evenly distributed, just like that. And hopefully I can find my brayer. Yeah, it's right there. And I've just been saving up for a jelly plate. So one week I bought a brayer, you know, and then the next week I got the paints, and then I saved up enough to get a few other things, the paint. So last week, so it's all about saving. And then if you don't have a brayer, don't worry, you don't need one, but there we go. It just creates quite an impression. Okay, but see, there's our little impression. And I like that it's kind of disjointed. You could absolutely load it up with more paint. And the foam brush tends to work better. But I don't know what I did. All of mine are really hard right now, so that's not going to help us. Might try. I don't think a paintbrush will work. But if you just want to use your hands, you'll just apply lots of pressure and just press down, and it gives you an impression too. Now it's not as good as the one that has a brayer, but that's okay. And I just can't believe it. I don't have any of my sponge brushes. I think someone's been playing with my stuff. Okay. Let's try some yellow, but I really wish that I could show you the impression. I might have to just take pictures and show you. Or I can probably pause this and try to find it. Okay, you're just going to take it. Actually, the paintbrush is working great. So you can absolutely use a paintbrush. And I'll show you like what a wonderful impression it gives. Sorry about the phone. I don't know who's calling, but I'm creating right now. So they are going to have to wait. Okay, there we go. And just take that and we can put it right there. Okay, and I'm going to hold it down a little bit. Use my brayer and I'm going to brayer it out. Okay, and that creates an even more beautiful impression there. Okay, and I can just kind of add it. See? Perfect. Okay, so the paintbrush works awesome. Okay, so let's do a heart. I saw the heart one, so this is my little heart stencil. So we'll use that. And just very gently, we're just going to take it and this would be a great background for something, for an art journal page. And this is just drawing paper that I'm using that I got from the dollar store. So and I do have mixed media paper, but you know, when I'm just experimenting, I will absolutely use drawing paper and then, or even magazine pages or whatever, and I will create on them and then I will use them for my pages in my art journal. I'll just tear them up, which will be awesome. Okay, we can take it and let's put it over here. Okay, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to take my brayer and I'm just going to brayer it out. Okay, just like that. Righty, and you see that there's hearts. Okay, and you don't need a brayer. You could absolutely just use your hands, but just use lots of pressure. Okay, so that's the way it looks. Okay, and isn't that a beautiful page? All made from hot glue gun stencils, and you see the stencils underneath. It's just beautiful, and then you can see the paint on top. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry this was a longer video. I haven't done a long video for you guys in a long time, but so hopefully that's okay with everyone. But I just wanted to show you. I was so excited. So I will definitely upload a video on me doing the jelly plate, and that'll be a long video too, so kind of prepare yourselves. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions on this technique, just let me know. I will try to find the name of the book that I learned this from, but it's all over YouTube. So this is definitely not a technique that I came up with, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm super excited. You can just add sprays on top. Like I want a little bit of spray in some places, but it makes just a beautiful page. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye.